Ethnicity, my name is AKwaaba. I have a new video for you today. I am going to be talking about my end of the year picks. It is finally time to wrap up the year, and I want to give you the best album of the year, it person, best song, a bunch of other stuff. So we can talk in the comments some more what you think your picks are. I think as we go, you should write them down and then see if they match up. But if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I already said comment down below, like this video, and share it as well. Let's see if other people feel the same way too. All right, let's head into it. So, my best song of the year, favorite song of the year. I think the song that really had a strong impact in 2022 was Last Last. Last Last was everywhere, is everywhere. Is really like the song that transferred from, you know, Afrobeats culture into everything. It was trending on TikTok. It was played at every club. It really made an impact in integrating Afrobeats into like everything as well. Essence definitely did that, but I would say more so it's also part of the like founding fathers of that. Like Essence, Davido's song Fall, Last Last, I would say like those are in the founding fathers of helping push the Afrobeats agenda, you know? And so I would give it to Last Last for best song. What do y'all think? Best album of the year. So I've been going back and forth about this. I told my friend Darius, hey Darius, yesterday what my favorite album was, what I think is the best album of the year, but I don't know, I keep going back and forth. So I'm gonna tell you who it's between because that matters. It is between Renaissance, Beyonce of course, and SOS, SZA. Yes, I know, it just came out last week. I know. Well, by the time you watch this, it's been a couple weeks now. But I know that it just came out, I know. And I wish that I had more time with it to really be able to give you an answer. And I think that's why I'm not able to give you an answer. Or I am able to give you an answer, but I'll explain it a little bit better. So, I was gonna go with SOS. I was just like, it came out of the gate. I love it. I loved it from the beginning. I loved it from the first time I listened to it. Every single song, the singles I loved from the beginning. I listened to Good Days all the time. Just ask my best friend. I listened to Good Days all the time. The album was an initial like. The songs were an initial like. And Renaissance had to grow on me. And I compare it to Sweetener and Thank You Next. Like, Sweetener is an amazing album, but Sweetener had to grow on me. And Thank You Next, like, I initially liked it, and that's why I put Thank You Next over Sweetener, but it's like still like right here for me, like Thank You Next and Sweetener, because they're such good albums. But because Thank You Next I initially liked, it just, I guess it puts that over for me. And that's what I'm thinking when it comes to SOS and Renaissance. But I was like, let me not give my bias, because right now the album is really speaking to me. It's really speaking to me. And you know, I'm a sad girl, I'm a Pisces. I'm into all of that like sad mood music, that like love me music. And so yeah, that it's really speaking to me. And I guess, I don't know, Renaissance was speaking to me at the time it came out too. So yeah. But I listened to them both this morning to really give like a good decision, last final decision. And I think I'm still going to give it to Renaissance because I've had more time with it. If SOS would have came out maybe like even a month ago, I may have given it to SOS. But I think listening to Renaissance, listening to the songs, and just how, like, it's a good body of work. Beyonce really put her foot in it, and I can't take that away. I cannot take that away from her. And it wouldn't be, even if I gave it to SOS, it's still going to be a great body of work. But I just think that for what it's done without visuals is amazing. So yes, best album goes to Renaissance by Beyonce. Best movie of the year. I did watch a couple of movies this year, definitely more than I have since the pandemic. The pandemic kind of ruined my, no, it didn't ruin, because I love movies. Movies and me were right here. I love going to the movie theater to watch movies. But yeah, I'm slowly getting back into it. And so, my favorite movie, and I think the best movie that came out this year, was Woman King. I know you probably thought I was gonna choose Black Panther 2, and wow, that was a great movie. Like, I love it. I want to watch it again. I can't wait for it to come to Disney Plus. But Woman King, I don't know. I love the fact that it was women warriors. The story wasn't really focused on the men. They were the ones that just like were about it, and the story was great. I didn't feel like it was predictable. I really enjoyed it. The music was good. I listened to the soundtrack all the time as well. So I thought it was a great body of work that a lot of people don't appreciate or haven't even seen. So if you have not seen Woman King, please go see that, because it was a really good movie too. I think some people got it confused with Black Panther and thought that it was also Black Panther 2, and it's not. It's its own separate movie. It actually has nothing to do with Black Panther. Black Panther is not referenced in it. So please go see Woman King if you have not already, because that to me was the best movie of 2022. So, It Girl. Who was the It Girl of 2022? You know, I feel like this is very pop culture, and pop culture is, I don't know, it's not the same way. Like in 2005, you knew who the It Girl was. I can't even think of who it was, but like in 2005, they'll be like, oh, that's the It Girl, that's the It Guy, like who had the best year. And I think, or like who you saw, who was really in your face, and just like, you know, that girl, that guy, like, yeah. I kind of want to bring that back and highlight who I feel like was the It Girl of 2022. The It Girl for 2022 is Keke Palmer, baby. Okay, yes, she had an amazing year. I think Nope came out last year, but like the interviews and the things like that came out from Nope, and from her just being out there and giving so many interviews, hosting different things, most recently SNL. I think that it's just been Keke Palmer's year. Yeah, I really do think that she has been the person that we have fallen in love with again. I loved Keke Palmer growing up, and I really loved that talk show that she had. It was so inspiring to me, and this is actually the reason why I have What's the Wahala AC. And so I think for me, I never fell out of love with Keke Palmer. I don't think people fell out of love with her, but you know, like, she was there. She was there, and I don't think that she was really appreciated again until this year, until the most recent years. Just how talented she is, just all the things that she does, and she always keeps a job, okay? And so I think the It Girl this year was Keke Palmer. Honorable mention, Coco Jones. I think Coco Jones is coming up. Like, Coco Jones definitely has it, and she is doing the thing with Bel Air. She is on Terrell's show, and they have their Tea and Coco show. She put out an album or an EP, and yeah, she is coming for it. So definitely look out for Coco Jones. I guess that could be a category, like, who to watch for next year. Coco Jones is that girl. The it boy of 2022 was Lil Nas X for me. Lil Nas X just has a hold on me that I love. I love his energy. I love his trolling. I love the music he puts out. He was touring this year. He was just everywhere. His interviews, his like the things that he had to say. I think that he had a really good year and he was the it boy. You can fight me on that. I think an honorable mention would be Pete Davidson. Just because, you know, he got a little elevated with the relationship with Kim, and then also now he's apparently dating, who is he dating? He's dating Emily Ratajkowski. Sorry, I don't know if I said that right. But yeah, I don't think that relationship is really like putting him in the eye like the rest of the year did, but I would just say his relationship with Kim really made him the it boy or it man. And then Kanye talking about him, everybody talking about his BDE, you know, it kind of made him elevate this year. So I elevate in like the news cycle. So it boy, honorable mention, Pete Davidson. So as you know, podcasts have been really coming up. You know, everybody has a podcast. So I thought to give my best podcast. I don't listen to a lot, so I guess my opinion isn't that well versed, but these are the ones that I've listened to that I especially enjoy, and I think that if you aren't listening to them, you should definitely try and listen to them in the new year. I think they're both on their like season break, and they'll be coming out with new episodes next year, but you can listen to old episodes in the meantime. So I have two because I couldn't choose between them. I think they both bring two separate worlds, and so they're both really good. So two of the best podcasts this year were the Tired Ass Podcast by Zach Campbell and Trey Melvin. That is also why I'm doing what I'm doing. I definitely had What's the Wahala AC before. Well, actually no, Zach's had the Tired Ass Podcast, but this is the first time that I'm really listening to it, now that he's made it on YouTube. It actually was on YouTube before. This is the first season that I'm really listening to, okay? But I'm definitely inspired by the way that they do their podcast. It's definitely entertainment news, pop culture, music, movies, all of that stuff that goes on that I talk about, he talks about, but they just connect it in such a great way. And yeah, it was a good podcast. They help people with their problems. They talk about like issues that we're dealing with. They talk about intersectionality, all that stuff. It's really, really good. So if you have not listened to the Tired Ass Podcast, please do, because it's a good one. And also Lovers and Friends by Shan Boudram. It is such an informational podcast just about sex, love, and relationships, and you know that's intertwined in everything that we do today. So to get some like a perspective from somebody who's gone to school about these things, who's very knowledgeable about sex, love, and relationships, and then brings in other people's experiences to really relate with you all, with me, it's great. I really love how she does her show, and her whole family's involved in it, so it is very homely, and it makes you feel comfortable. It makes you feel like you're not crazy. So yeah, Lovers and Friends by Shan Boudram. I would put those two as the top podcasts. YouTuber of the year. We are on YouTube, so I'm sure you watch more YouTubers than me. Thank you for watching me though. Hopefully one year I will be somebody else's favorite YouTuber of the year. But for my favorite YouTuber of the year, I'm going to give it to Glamazante. Glamazante has like, oh my gosh. So I didn't start watching her from the beginning. I think I would say like I started in the middle of her journey. I'm definitely not new, but I definitely started in the middle of her journey. And she was in a high profile, I guess, relationship, like YouTube high profile relationship with a WNBA player. And yeah, she got out of that and just like transformed her life and manifested this entire life that she really wanted for herself. She took the breakup and really like did it. And she showed that through her vlogs, through her videos. She really did. And it was so inspiring, and she was consistent. She has been the most consistent YouTuber that I watch. She really does post like almost every week, if not twice a week, and really puts out good long videos. So I really enjoyed her. I enjoyed, you know, it's definitely like you learn things from her as well. You learn beauty aspects. You learn just like how to manifest better. You learn how to be a boss woman. That's all the things that she is, and I would give best YouTuber to her. I don't watch a lot of I watch a lot of YouTube actually. I just watch a lot of Black YouTube, and so you may not think she's the best YouTuber, but I don't really care. This is from my perspective, and this is from all the people that I watch, and I watch a lot of Black YouTube, okay? The biggest news story of the year, I think that was, of course, the Will Smith and Chris Rock slap. That had everyone talking. That had everyone like going ham. It gave real good like early pop culture era drama. Like that's how good it was. Well, it wasn't good because, you know, people suffered and went through heartache and stuff like that because of this. But it gave that type of like, ooh, you know, definitely wasn't expecting that. So yeah, I would say that was the biggest news story of the year. It still kind of comes back into like Twitter, social media. People bring it back up all the time, and yeah, it's really going to be difficult for Will Smith to kind of come back from this. He's slowly coming back. I think he just released a new movie on Apple, but it's going to be a slow comeback from that because it was in the news cycle for more than 2 weeks. I feel like if a story's in the news cycle for at least a month. And lastly, I just want to give my predictions for the next year. You know, I'm not psychic. Yeah, I'm not psychic. I don't know what's going to happen, but maybe this is what I think might possibly happen. And let's see. We'll come back in 2023 and see if they actually happened or if I was wrong about everything. So my first prediction is that Nicki Minaj will finally release her album. She will finally release the album. I know every year we go through this, so where she says the album's coming and we're like, yes, it's coming before the end of the year, and we don't get it. But I really do believe in 2023 we are going to get this album. Like, hello, we have no choice. Okay, please. I'm begging. I'm saying this also as a manifestation. Come on. Another thing, Beyonce is going on tour this summer, but for some reason, I really do think she's gonna push the tour. I don't know why I'm having this feeling, but I do think that she's going to push the tour. Just a little bit, but yeah, she's gonna push it. I don't know. Just the timeline of how I thought Renaissance was going to be rolled out definitely didn't match. And I know Beyonce already has it set, so like, I probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I do think that maybe some things are a little behind, and so she might push the tour as well. On the YouTuber front, I think that Jackie Aina will get married. I know it's definitely none of our business. She has definitely told us that, and I respect her wishes as well, because whatever she chooses to share is what we should take in. Whatever she doesn't choose to share is what we should take in. So if she chooses to share that she got married next year or whenever she gets married, that'll be great, and we'll see if it happened. But if not, oh well. And if she doesn't get married next year, oh well. But that's just my prediction, that she is going to get married next year. And lastly, I think one of the biggest couples of like our generation is gonna happen for some reason. Like I said, I don't know why these predictions came to me, you know, but I do think that's going to happen. Like a Ben and Jen, or Brad and Angelina, like Kim and Kanye, what is called Beyonce and Jay-Z. We are going to have another one of those like big couples emerge next year. I think that it's going to happen. I hope you guys like this episode. I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope to do it every single year and just see like what the next year is going to bring, who is going to be the next it girl, the next it boy, the best YouTuber, best podcast. Like, I can't wait to do this next year. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys are new to my channel, again, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that jazz. I will see you guys in the next episode in the new year 2023. We're coming for you. Okay.